Ivy Gang Gang,
aka Mango King. Welcome to episode 15 of season 4 of Surviving Nairobi, the last episode of the season. Kama kawaida, it's your boy Hafare, aka a Prince of Rome, aka Dr. Detergent, aka Umi Bozu, aka the Hall of Fame Hustler, aka the Velveteen Nightmare. And for the last time this season, it's your brand new sugar daddy. At this point, like, as you call brand new, it's new-ish. Sindio? What do you think?
The whole season mekwa brand new. Come on.
Okay, at this point, menizoea.
Every day new me, new year, new me.
new episode, new me.
New episode, new me.
Nabadilisha personalities.
Habari zenu. I'm so glad that we are finally at the finish line.
Yeah.
This season has been a struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, not a struggle at giving out content, but like behind the scenes, there's a lot that has been going on. And even for this episode, we just want to recap and like have a one-on-one with Hafare and talk about how our personal struggles have affected the way we were able to put out content. Actually, see personal struggles, ni personal responsibilities.
See struggles, ni responsibilities. Like,
too.
mostly professionally.
Exactly.
Professional responsibilities. Sometimes life gets in the way, not too sure. Because the other day we tweeted that we won't have an episode last week or the week before. Then Msako like, oh Mezoya, I'm like, life gets in the way.
Yeah, life gets in the way.
At some point, we can other things to do. Like, we don't do this. Isn't a full-time job.
At this point, we understand Rihanna. Yeah, like we get stop asking her for the album, please. Like she's aware. She's aware. She's not checked the album. She's doing all this other stuff on the side. So yeah, and with that, the first question tulikuwa tume.
No wait, because umesego vibaya sana.
Ati nimezoea vibaya.
But umesego vibaya, like ujaviona tuko na maswali za kujibu.
Oh shit. Yeah, well.
We have questions here to answer, and I think we'll start with the questions.
Yeah,
just a few of them.
Yeah.
What will release online?
Yeah.
And the first one is, what's the problem of consistency within the podcast space? Too many people give up so early. What's up with that?
Number one, people. First of all, podcasting is not a full-time job yet. So you find that other people have work to do. People have office jobs. People have like, side hustles. People that these are other activities that make them money so that they can direct this money into the podcast. So with how the economy has been, it's been so unstable, and like it's not easy for you to consistently put out content. I was just telling Hafare how I respect YouTubers a lot. By the way, when someone invites you to their channel, Ati, welcome to my channel, bro, let me tell you, you better be welcome, because they have put in so much work for them to even just start out the episode like that. Logistics, what else? Post-production, editing. I can't speak on that because that's Hafare's
post-production is like at a video, at least we have like our editing team here.
Yeah.
But also I think I'm able to edit video, and that stuff is tough.
It's tough. T for tough.
Transitions. So like we have a 2-camera setup. I think if you watch our YouTube video, you can see like the shot always moves. So it's even harder when you're using like 2 inputs. Now you have to make one file. So lazima ujue hapa nitaweka hii. It's so hard, mazee. People don't know how hard content is. So for me, especially on podcasting, is for a lot of people, they see podcasting as a hobby. Most podcasters are hobbyists. That's true. It's not something because it's so easy to get into, and that ndo ina dilute the quality actually, because I was seeing statistics that 35% of all podcasts zimerekodiwa in the world as JPT episode 5. So a third of the people who have actually produced podcasts are JPT episode 5, because it's a hobby. It's a thing you just do. It's so easy. You don't need like to fancy editing software. You don't need effects. You can start with your phone. Naongea tu. And
post.
It's so little invested that when you decide to give up, you feel no attachment to it, because ni kitu nilianza tu hivi naweza acha tu hivi. if you're gonna be a YouTuber and you get the best camera, sindio, just get a nice camera. If you decide to give up utangalio camera, say really, like, I bought this camera for what? All the time you put in to learn how to edit, get the outfits, to get the aesthetics, kila kitu correctly, and you're like, wow, I can't give up now. But for podcasting, you're like, oh, I got a mic and I have a computer. My computer isn't for podcasting peke yake. I can just like decide I'm gonna sell this mic, I'm gonna do this, and just forget about it. And the thing pia ni, it's so at this point, especially in these markets, even in the US, podcasting bado see as lucrative as other forms of content creation.
Yeah.
So you might think that you're okay. And you know, it's so funny how a lot of podcasts start is people get drunk and they're like, man, we should start a podcast. I think we're so funny and interesting. And it's like, oh, and then you record and you realize you're not funny and interesting. You guys are just drunk.
You're just drunk, yeah.
Mulikuwa tumelewa na mnachochana tu. So at the end of the day, like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, you're like, no guys, this isn't working, mazi.
Yeah.
This isn't working. And you're like, you're trying so hard, doing all these things. Alafu, your listenership isn't going up. You're not making any money. There is no algorithm. You can't promo on IG. It's hard, and I feel like because of how easy it is to start podcasting, it's also very, very easy to stop.
Yeah.
For me, that's the big reason. There isn't a lot of people see podcast as a hobby and not like as a full-time content creation thing. So napata, like, we've been doing this for 2 years. Somebody's going to listen to this podcast and be like, I want to do that too. And then 2 weeks in, they're like, wow, I'm not even getting the listenership I thought I would get.
Yeah.
You're thinking maybe I'd get like 1,000 listens in like 5 episodes. You're like, no, you're at 100. We say relax.
At 20.
At 20. Maybe nobody wants to listen to you. Discoverability ni dash. So
well, I'm up here kungangana na distribution because some people know what to do, but then they don't know what to do with the content that they have already created. They're like, okay, I have an episode out ready, but what platforms do I use to distribute? Because you wonder, okay, how come you're able to have all these episodes one episode in all these platforms at a go? People are not informed on platforms like Anchor and the likes.
You need to be aware,
so
like Anchor, Buzzsprout, Podbean.
You realize that people get really demotivated afterwards because now they're not getting the numbers that they hoped that they would.
Na pia, like, again, with the when mesema, it's so easy to get into without knowing anything. Venye mesema mtu ajui kudistribute, you know, it's just record. You're like, I listen to podcast on Apple, and like mtu anaanza kufikiri, how am I going to get my podcast on Apple? Aujui RSS feed ni nini? You don't know how you're going to distribute. It's a bit hard. But wale watu tunasukumana.
Next,
it's not for everyone. The next question, this is for the both of us. Would you mind redoing an episode that can be come through again with different guests?
Yeah. I would not mind. The question is, would you mind? Yeah. I have a question for you. What episode would that be?
Season 1, episode 3.
Which one?
The one we did with Charlotte Lea Kiki.
The mental health one.
That's because it's such a layered topic, and we can explore more. We can always bring in other people. We can even bring the same person with a different perspective, because there's always more we can tell. There's always more stories we can give. The episodes you can always tell if you listen to this show. The episodes where tuliingia tukamo, let's just start talking na tunaendelea tuna wing it, and the episodes where we're like, okay, we're gonna talk about this and this and this today, and I'm like, yeah, because come out the episode we did with you weren't here, with Kaisana and with Omalicha Shish. No, Kaisana is the one for education.
Okay.
Yeah, and with Shish, the one about government. That is something you can still.
Yeah, you can still go back to.
Back to. There's always something new to learn, especially on these topical episodes. It's only an hour we have, and we can't talk about everything.
You can't unpack everything. Yeah, I think I would go for the streetwear conversation. And involve more Kenyan brands like Bonkers.
Yeah.
And Boguk and stylists as well, like Brian Embry,
influencers, Brian Safiri.
Yeah, Brian Safiri, Brian Babu, all those people, because I've realized, especially with Bonkers, by the way, we don't give Bonkers enough credit in terms of like directing streetwear, Kenyan streetwear. I don't know if I've phrased that right, but he is really, really doing the work. And then the thing is, he's not copying anyone's style. This guy is original, like with the tie and dyes, even with the ways of the way he brands his merchandise, and the phrases that he chooses to use. Like he uses a lot of Swahili methalis and whatnot because he's from the coast. So like he makes sure that whatever content, whatever products he puts out. By the way, akona jackets za leso kali sana. You should check out Bonka's shop. And this is not even an ad, by the way. I'm wondering to please.
Yeah, actually, speaking of brands, kuna like metamorphosized.
Exactly, all those people.
Akiba Studios, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the conversation we had at the time. Nasema that Kenyan streetwear is not defined, but come to think of it, it actually is defined. It's just that people don't do their work to look for it. Watu wakifikiria streetwear, they just go to mtumba. They don't think that you can actually have locally new streetwear that is affordable, by the way. And when I say affordable, I don't mean that affordable ile ati kuna, relative affordability. It's literally very, very affordable. So yeah, that would be one of the favorites. I mean, that would be one of the topics I'd go back to discuss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody else asked, what's your favorite episode that you've recorded?
Dang, that's tough. There's been a number.
Yeah, like I don't have a favorite. I have like a bunch of them where I've had fun. Season 2, episode 6.
Which one?
The one where you stood up to play videos of Illuminati.
Actually, that was one. That was one of my favorite episodes. I think my favorite episodes ni zenye before we got to visual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think because we were really reckless. I feel like going visual has kind of tamed us a bit.
To me relax.
Like we really give a shit about what we're putting out there with our faces. But like when it was just vibes, just mics and cameras, we really were rogue. And
that episode,
yeah.
That episode for people, let me give you like a backstory to the people who are listening. That was the episode in Ivy Stands Up.
Yeah, Ivy Stands Up.
Featuring Kapoken and Sly 10. Shout out to them.
The one for banana bacon.
Yes. That episode ilikuwa na because tulifika studio at 2. And it was supposed to be Sly peke yake that day.
Yeah.
But I came with Kapoken to the studio just chilling. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 guys were just drinking in the studio. Just guys were drinking, getting more alcohol. Sly hadn't gotten there yet. Sly gets there and he's like, yo,
I have to catch up
with you guys because there's no way like nyo tumelewa wote, and I'm gonna be like, aye. So we start recording at like 5:30. We're supposed to start at 2, and everyone is kind of tipsy. Kila mtu zake zimeshika. Zilikuwa zimeshika.
I feel like we were this close to being drunk.
Yeah, zilikuwa zimeshika. And you're like, okay, let's just record because we didn't want to waste the day. We didn't want to say twendeni home. Katikati episode unasikia tu watu wanaongea vitu zao. There was a point I remember, and like I don't know if people picked up on it in the episode. You guys were talking, you and Sly, and then Kapoken sijui alinifinya. Afu nikamshow like I don't know what he did, like he grabbed my arm kaniambia acha kunishika, kaniambia kushika vile nataka.
Sports, it's in the game.
Like alinifinya hivi mkono kaniambia acha kunishika, kaniambia kushika vile nataka. I'm like, what the fuck? That is literally somewhere in the episode. If you go back and listen, you can hear me in the background being like, what the fuck? But yeah, we've had a lot of good episodes. Season 1, episode 10.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 1.
Even the Chris Kaiga episode was really dope.
Yeah, that was really dope.
Yeah.
With G-Money.
Yeah.
With
even
Safia. We've had a lot of good episodes, Maze. We've been...
Oh my God, Safia's episode was...
Did you see her on Sunday?
Intense. Yeah, we said hi to each other. Oh man, we should have Safia back.
No, look out for what you're planning to do with her. Tukona ideas. Safia's episode was really dope. And yeah, kuna ingine hapa. Somebody says everyone should bring their favorite alcohol to the episode. Well, no.
Well,
yes.
No. Never. Because bad idea.
But if you do see me anywhere, nikiparambulate, I mean, if you look fine in the streets,
holla at a nigga.
You can buy a nigga some tequila. I mean, Mr. Mind. Just don't buy me. What's it called? Camino.
Yeah, the clear one.
Any
That's
Camino.
trash.
Any Camino is not good. If you're buying any tequila, don't buy Camino.
Jose Cuervo.
Buy me Jose Cuervo, buy me whatever, but don't buy me Camino. See me in the club, Tikipana, Spaso, anywhere. Just throw me a few shots. That's what I like.
Mimi sparkling water and sweets. If you know, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
La Haula.
La Haula. Just sparkling water and sweets. Those people, the nini. Sorry, it's okay. The people who know. You know what sweets are, and you know why I need sparkling water after sweets. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Next.
I think we just got like 2 more questions left, and they're kind of weird ones.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. There's somewhere here. I know. I saved them somewhere. Aha. This question is from a friend. I'll do DM.
Mm-hmm.
If you are given 20 million to eat Mama Jaden's cooch, would you eat it? You know, you said ask me anything, and they asked us anything.
Spaghetti, bitch.
What?
Spaghetti sounds.
Mac and cheese.
Pasta, yeah, mac and cheese.
Pasta in the bowl.
Aye, pasta in the bowl. In fact, second helping if possible. 20M. Aye, what's half an hour going to stop me from from changing my life? Aye, come on.
People who ask these questions don't realize we're in Kenya. Don't you have any pesa mingi?
Yeah, you
20M for what?
And I disappear.
Aye. 20M mimi, I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna dive in. Ntavadi bib. To prevent excess spillage. 20 million is a lot of money. 20 million to change my life.
Well, I guess sisi ni team Harlem Shake. So next question.
Yeah, and by the way, links. If you know how I can make that 20M, if this can happen,
may they help us?
Yeah,
we are struggling.
DM a nigga.
Say DM.
Slide in the DM. And I think the last question.
Mm-hmm.
If you could choose to be immortal, would you, and why?
To be immortal. Well, it depends. Am I going to be young forever? If not, there's no point.
No, I believe ile immortality kaya omni-man. Inafika, like the older you get, the slower you age.
If it's that, then yes. Because why am I what am I resting for?
Don't you feel like itafika point utachoka?
Nachoka na nini?
Like all your homies are dead.
You make more homies, new homies.
But they're gonna die too, so what's the point?
Just keep making new homies. When you let them tu wanderer tu.
Utakuwa tuna watoi wengi, utaona ukikufa ukiwazika.
Nimesema nataka watoi.
Okay. Hiyo ni assumption nimemake actually.
Well, now that you ask those questions like that, there's a lot to consider if I'm to accept being immortal, because naishi na kina nani? And then are my friends also going to be immortal? I'm the only one.
Only you.
If I'm the only one,
me, I'd choose immortality, but with an out.
What out?
Like you see, there's this thing I was watching, can't remember what it was, some sci-fi thing, where as long as you're wearing a ring, you will not die. Or like if you had something like a tattoo, uko immortal forever. You're not gonna die.
It's like this cousin ya Vampire Diaries unaitwaje?
The something, what's it called?
Yeah, the ones with the Michael
originals.
Songs. The originals, yeah. Okay.
Kama nini? Rumba kama kwa Game of Thrones. Ile
okay. Shit, but yeah.
Ule the nini, the Red Witch. Ule kungana Stannis Baratheon, for those who have watched. Alikungana vanga some necklace that just kept her alive and young. Venye alitoa tu hivi akataa into an old woman akakufa. So I'd take that. Means I take immortality. If the immortality was tied to like an object I could remove at some point. Or like, yo, you know what? I'm tired of living. Here, next person, kuja. You wanna live like for the next 2,000 years? Shika hii ring. Usiwaitoa, utashika mimi forever. Like you can see whatever. Cause I'd love to live to a point where I could see space travel. Like niggas going to Jupiter and shit. But at the same time, start kufika ile point niko like, yo, as in I've lived too long. What happens when you're the last man on earth? Literally, you are the last man on earth.
It's boring as shit. Ni kama kwa mtoi wa mwisho kuchukuliwa closing day. You know how that shit hurts? Like your parents had, and then in the morning when you left in the house, wazako amekwambia, make sure umekaa kwa gate na kuja kuchukua bro, umeishi hapo. Your friends hata wenye wanaishi Ocha walikuja kuchukuliwa kitambo, wewe uko hapo unaishi tu the next door. Literally hata ungeambiwa tu wewe tembea tu ufike home, but then these guys are like umefika mpaka askari anakuuliza wewe uendi kwenyu leo. You know how embarrassing that is.
Me from one
You're in
first
class
time
3 alafu askari anakuuliza kwenyu ni wapi. That's hell no. I don't want to be the last person on earth.
from one first time ni madhali ambao kuja nipika. Mimi madhali alikuwa wapi, but nilikuwa msomusho kutoka shule. Nilitoka shule saa 8. As in si tuko Nax, shule siko Nakuru and then si home ni Nairobi.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
Anambia tulitoka nyumbani 8. Acha ni uongo. Sijui alikuwa anafanya nini. Unaweza kuta hata alienda Kisumu kupelekea.
Just vibes. Mimi nilikuwa among the last people at some point. Nilianza kulia. What is this? Embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed? This is not my brand. Like imagine brand yangu ilikuwa nifikie wa mwisho closing opening day. Nitoke among the first people. Kama si among the first group, at least second group niko nishatoka. Then imagine kuko wa mwisho. Mimi naweza break down.
My younger sister alikuwa anasemanga hiyo gate ikifunguliwa nataka kuona gari ya kwanza ikuwe yetu. I don't care. Mnakuwa 10 minutes late, simu zinaanza kupigwa na mko wapi? Mbona mtachukua msichana?
Audacity.
Hey. You get there half an hour late. Awaongeleshi for 1 week. Anaingia kwanza hata kujina anaingia gari anakaa. Wewe utaweka suitcase kwa gari. Atakaa chini. Utamwekea kiss 100 kwanza. Asikia mangoma mpya hajasikia na hata waongelesha the way home. Mtonge after a week. Mnanikia half an hour. Disgusting.
I want to ask you. What has been your take home from this season? Like, what do you think we did differently this season? What approach did we take that was different as compared to the other seasons?
First of all, I think like even with we approach it kwanza with more content. This is like episode 15. We've never done episode 15.
Never.
We've not been this far in. Usually by episode 11.
8, 10.
Yeah, 10
I mean,
to
10,
Malisa.
sorry, yeah.
11 if we're doing the Christmas special.
Yeah.
We're done. So that's the first thing. And we actually planned more this season than any other season before, because there are times you're like, kwanza when Ivy said the first 2 seasons ilikuwa vibes and inshallah. The first 2 seasons were a bit more relaxed compared to this season, even compared to the last season, because the last season was a bit more relaxed. Yeah, unakumbuka so like episode 9 last season venye stima ilipotea. I don't think nimeijam hivyo.
At KPLC.
Yeah, nilikuwa nimekasirika. Because we had recorded like 45 minutes of content. Stima ikapotea ikawipe everything tulikuwa tunarecord. That's why hata ukienda kusikiza episode it's a bit short. If you go like listen to it, because we had to redo it on the fly. But this one tumekuwa a bit more intentional, and with that imekuja na with its own challenges. Because once you start planning, you start to realize, oh, there's this thing that kuna vitu zingine as you work, like it's just fine tuning over time.
Yeah,
you start planning, oh, this doesn't work, this works, oh, this episode was really good, this episode was not good. And you just get better with time, Evo. Yeah.
I'd say I mean we have definitely have been more intentional, because even before the season started, we already had a content guide, knowing what we're going to be discussing every week or like every episode. And that was a very good thing, because it had saved us a lot of work in terms of planning for content alone. And also having an idea of the guests that we wanted to have in the episodes. So I really liked that. And yeah.
Because the episodes, we knew the guests from day one. We knew like this is the person who's going to come for this episode from day ya kwanza. And that really helped. Because you just ask somebody like
weeks
before Nambia, on this date will you be available? Like, yeah, so we want to record with you. Because the times unafika hapo uko like, oh, okay, so guest amesema anakuja kweli, like did she say yes?
Still a struggle,
yeah. And that's a challenge actually. Next question I want to kuuliza. Challenges since the show started actually.
Guests having I mean our schedule aligning with our guest schedule, that has been problem number 1, because you find that some people genuinely want to come to the episodes,
Yeah.
to the podcast, but time yao pia
Haiko.
haikubali. Another thing is personal responsibilities. Like either I'm busy or he's busy. That explains some of the episodes I've been absent. It's been a struggle because it's like, okay, the podcast is my baby, but then I also I need to work to feed my baby. Like you get, as in, I need to go to work for me to be able to get a cab here or something.
Yeah.
Tukaizo.
And I always tell Ivy, like, if she gets a gig, heri and alipwe, we can always find time to record.
Yeah, because
hey, wezi pigiwa simu anze kuambia, yo, actually the guys at Muse want you to play today.
man.
Like, and they're paying this much. Oh yeah, but I have to record. No, I can't take. No, go get paid, maze.
Yeah.
Because you need to pay rent. Because if you can't pay rent, you won't be able to record.
Right.
Hivyo tu.
Sitalala kwa studio. Yeah, so those two
So it's
things.
comfortable.
Those two things have been my
Mimi nazalala hapa.
anyway. Yeah, those two things have been my struggle this season.
Actually, for the season, this one actually imekuwa a bit harder to maneuver around both our schedules because I got more responsibility at work.
Yeah. Afara is a boss man. But then you're
Usidanganywe.
for real.
Sina pesa lakini.
Rob him.
SMA, Stingy Men Association. Wanaume wote waini hapa si ni card carrying members. I mean, I'm vying for party secretary general soon. But no, I'm just kidding. But anyway.
Is he? No.
So this season imekuwa a bit hard because personal responsibilities. And not even personal, professional.
Yes.
Professional, because you're like, oh, we need to come record on Friday. We can't because I have a meeting on Friday. Oh shit, so
yeah.
Can we do Sato? No, Ivy has a gig on Sato. Ooh, okay. Nanani, and then you know we have guys like behind the camera. You guys don't see them. And at some point mtakuja like kabla tumalize. Bukachi, have you been on video?
He has, yeah, once.
Yeah, but you'll have to see the guys behind the camera at some point. So like we might be saying, okay, let's do it on Wednesday. But then they're like, oh no, us we're working on a gig. We have like work on Wednesday. We're going for a shoot. It's like, okay. Atuwezi panga. So let's just do it next week because
mara public holiday watu wakuji kazi.
Watu wakuji kazi and you can't tell people kujeni mfanye kazi on a public holiday. Mimi nikiambiwa nikuje kufanya kazi public holiday naandika letter kwa HR. Na complain nasema we can't live like this.
Unapeleka HR ako holiday.
Shout out to our global HR aitangwaje Shish.
Oof.
So yeah, another thing pia, it isn't that the guests per se, sometimes the guests don't match the energy. Unaweza kuta like una nini like we planned nini and then it gets here, it isn't a bad episode but you feel like the episode could be better if the guest was more, because we already have the chemistry,
yeah,
and the other person tries to match your chemistry. You're like, okay, it feels a bit off because when utaongea somebody's gonna be like, and it's so easy to pick up when you listen.
it is
oh shit,
and it's worse when you watch because you can
yeah
tell.
you can tell. So me I go back and watch, I'm like, okay, maybe we could have done better this episode. And those are the episodes I really want to go back and redo because I feel like we left a lot of potential on the table. Yeah, that's it for me.
And what has been, what can I say, now this is past recording, yeah? What is that day you came to the podcast and then to me record, then after recording you got this plan, like sherehe, that just, was like, apana, this was too much fun, I am too old for this. Well, you never are too old for fun, but like that episode where you had sherehe ilianza hapa ikaendelea outside.
Hey, there have been a few by there.
That, first of all, just to note, that has been the order of all our recordings. It's always been, because Hafari has always
before
been,
COVID, that is.
Yeah, before COVID.
Before COVID ilikuwa hatari.
Yeah, because now there are no restrictions.
Yeah.
And then even we always recorded with some alcohol in the room.
Yeah, like
and tequila in the room, yeah. And things used to go overboard. So sasa kuna yenye after hapo outside.
What was it? That episode, season 1 episode 9. Remember?
Season 1 episode 9.
Yeah. You remember? You left and then like you because we recorded, we went to eat and then you left.
Yeah.
And then who was I with? I was with Akiba and what's this guy's name? Your friend, the realtor, Ayub. Yes.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. So yes, I can't even remember what happened. 'Cause the next day I woke up, I was like, how did I even get home? Because I remember tulitoka kukula and then we went to like some place to a local, kusema au tuanze sherehe kidogo, then we go home. I can't remember what happened after that. Like legit, me niliamka home nikasema, wow, how did I get home? And then guys are like, oh, tulionana jana, wapi? Nani? Hi, mimi. Are you sure?
Autopilot.
It was like a major song.
Captain Afari.
It was like a major song. Kweli jana kuliendaje? That's the one that really stands out to me. Because there have been days we've recorded, like, because we record right across the road from Jiweke. And we go there, despite the fact that we have an episode called Jiweke Sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, so sometimes we go there.
Still does though. Still sucks.
Sometimes we go there, sometimes, like, Sujibamba too after the episode. It's always a good time because we record on Fridays. Before we used to record on Saturdays. So it's always leading into the weekend or the weekend when we record.
Right.
Or Thursdays. Kama kuna public holiday Friday, we'll record on a Thursday. So it's always leading into, like, free time for all of us.
Okay.
So
mine, I think, was the episode that it was on a Friday here. And I was going to perform at Afro Blue.
I remember.
Yeah. Wow. I found myself after performing, the intention was to go to Kilimani, but we ended up in Karen in someone's ranch. That's someone I don't even know. I met people that I probably will never see again. Guys, it was fun times if you get to watch this video. And yeah, I just had a great time. And those people are kind enough to drop me back home. Naishi mbali. So it was a beautiful experience. God bless them. What? God bless them.
You know who I like? When I go outside, like, and I meet people wearing match. That feels so good.
Yeah.
Unatembea too, you're like at an event, because most of the times we'll meet people at an event or like at a social gathering. Because in Nairobi ni kubwa, it's really hard to expect to meet say randomly on the street.
Yeah.
Like go like, oh shit, amevaa match yangu. So most of the times you're like at a social gathering or an event, you see like, oh, somebody's got a t-shirt, somebody's got the new syllabus t-shirt.
A jacket. A denim jacket. Shout out to Wandia.
Shout out to all of them. Go buy a match. It's easy. Like if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, do two things for me, please. Mbili tu. Dos. Subscribe to our YouTube. If you're listening to this and you haven't subscribed, mazee, because you go there, you see like 50% of the people who watch haven't subscribed. You're like, what the hell? What's going on here? As in, who are you? Kwani mnaoch kwa cyber? As in, amwezi login kwa Google account. Just subscribe.
Mnaoch kwa mobile app, mobile web.
Oh yeah, mnaoch kwa mobile web. Like just subscribe. Mko na Google account at this point. Everybody has a Google account.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Buy our match. We might have a sale soon. Might. This is tentative, so hata kama unangoja, like end of June, we might give you something. Watu wakishika pesa, we might throw you a bone.
Might throw you a bash. But that tutarusha bash very soon.
Alafu kuna msao kwa namba ya donation hapa chini. Shout out to Newton from Canada. You did the thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Kwa namba ya donation for everybody who's listening. Mtutumie za kufunga season. Za kutuambia ni kama closing day. Unajua closing day mkosa kujanga na crips. Na ma biscuit na manini hizo vitu. Mna exchange. Mtutumie za kufunga. Unaelewa? Za kuinua mfuko. So yeah, I want you to do those things peke yake.
Great. With that
it's time for... No, wait. I think we should finish the season with the music break at the end. With the last thing.
Yeah.
Before we finish, just bring the people in.
The cast.
Yeah, like they see the people who are behind the scenes.
We have the camera crew, and
yeah, you could.
And our producer.
Introduce.
My name is Felix Lukoe.
Sema kinyo, as in kwani uko na as in jina pekee uko nayo kwani?
I'm a videographer.
Yeah, he's the guy who
and editing.
Yeah, he edits our videos. There's two of them. So this is Felix and
he's coming. Hey, the other one is on the way.
Yes. And if you're listening to this, go watch on YouTube. Ndio watu waone.
My name is Kennedy Wanderi. I'm a photographer, videographer, aka Baba Yao.
Hey, okay.
AKA Baba Yao.
Aka. Ebu by the mtu aite like deep yeah. Nataka dia kwa hii shot.
Even Bukachi. Bukachi anaangalia kana nafikiria sitamuita.
Just put him on the video too. Show Bukachi.
Hey.
That's Bukachi. That's our producer. He's been with us since the beginning.
Yeah, since episode 1.
Yo, since the fucking jump. Yes. So there's some people I would like pia wakuwe kwa short, but I'm just waiting for them. Sijui wako wapi. I hope they're around.
They're on the way. They're coming. Sijui nitawa-entertain aje. Niseme tu vitu random mama. I'm about to bust a freestyle maze.
Bust a freestyle. Nikupatie Dex.
Si freestyle ya rap, si ni commercial break.
Oh my god.
Nianze ku beatbox. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, like I hope she's coming. Wanakuja. But it's like tunakaa tukichill tukimngojea. Tunazeka hiyo ting. Alafu yeah. So we're gonna go on a quick break tukimngojea akuje.
Ivy gang
aka Mango King.
And we're back from the commercial break, a small commercial break. D,
yes.
Tell the people who you are.
First of all, stop calling me D. This is not my name. It's just a name nilibandikwa hapa na hao watu hao.
What's your name?
My name is Grace.
Yeah, actually, you like any Grace?
Is it Grace Diana?
No, that's not my name.
What?
Yeah, like
what?
Oh, did you any Grace?
No, my name
No,
is Grace.
no, I know her name is Grace, but then I didn't know.
Oh, the D is
Diana
like a
not her
nickname.
name.
No.
So may I call her Grace Diana?
Jina
No,
nilibandikwa
me I
mpaka-
remember so like from the first time, her name isn't D, but just call her D. I was like, okay.
Yes.
So yeah, tell the people who you are.
The best.
My name is Grace. What do I do here? Yeah, I help everyone. That's what I do. That's my life. Oh, likuwa fa kuangalia huko, sorry. This is why we are always behind the camera.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, so my name is Grace. I help everyone out where they need help, and we hope, I don't know what else to say.
who's your chief coordinator.
CEO.
Is it my titles munanipatia wewe? Hey, wewe, I need my paycheck at the end of the month.
CFF.
No, for us. Me some of other people for
Another
us.
person to rob.
Guy. When you eat the rich, naanza kupatia nyumba yake Ngong.
Wow. Wow.
Na yake Karen umeziona?
Oh,
Hai.
Kiraropon, don't Karen, don't Kiraropon.
Yeah. Lower Ngong.
Yeah, and it's cool. Sasa you
Yeah.
can leave, you want, you can stay. It's
I
up to you.
know. Hii story ya jistaki.
And
With that,
before we go, I just want to shout out a few more people.
yes.
Said and everyone at Vaj who helped us shooting the video. And these guys, Kina Marcus who helps us with music. Val
Yes, our lawyer, our
for
legal
always,
counsel.
for always helping us not to get sued. Yeah, and all the people who come hang out with us in the studio.
Kapoken is a gem to surviving Nairobi.
Yeah.
Every time he comes and joins an episode, planned or not, this guy just takes over in the best way. Kapoken is
And Boni Pia.
and Bonnie.
Yeah, those two.
King of being out of pocket.
Ted Bundy. If you remember Ted Bundy, yeah. Shout out to everyone who's been rocking with us.
Yeah.
And most importantly, shout out to you at home. Because
Listening, watching, thank
listening,
you.
all the feedback, kila kitu, without all that,
All the guests.
kila mtu. And with that, guys, we're going to take a bit of a break mpaka season 5, but we're planning new content, new ideas, so expect a lot more. And guys, with that, if it's time for the music break, and we're out. Peace.
Ivy gang,
aka Mango King.